Hello there people, this is Bruce Be Cool or Nintendo, and I've got a new microphone to try out, so let's give it a whirl and see if we get any decent videos out of it. Next up we have Leo. Now for those of you that don't know, he runs a Morphtronic deck which basically gives him certain effects on his monsters whether they're in attack or defense position, and we shall be going through the most irritating ones. Now another side note about Leo is he does seem to be quite lucky. Even when you're choosing random cards for him, he always gets what he wants. That could just be me, it could just be luck, whatever really. So yes, other than that he can also be quite stupid as well. Hopefully we'll have a little demo of both in this video anyway. So, Morphtronic monsters, what does he have that's irritating? He's got Morphtronic Sangan, which once it's on the field and in attack position, like now, and he has another Morphtronic monster on his side of the field, then he can tribute that to destroy any card he likes on the field. So that could be magic, traps, monsters, you name it, he can destroy it basically. Also he's got Morphtronic Radiant, which doesn't have much attack to begin with, but once it's on the field in attack position, then all Morphtronic monsters gain 800 attack. That would actually make his deck a fairly average beatdown, to be honest with you. A lot of his monsters are quite weak, and then once Radiant's on, then then you might have a little bit of trouble if you don't have a decent beatdown. Other monsters, he's also got Morphtronic Scopen. Now that is a very irritating card. If it's on the field in attack position, you could choose to summon special summon rather, one level 4 monster from his hand to the field, and if he, he could do whatever he wants with it, attack, tune. If the monster's still there by the end of the phase, then it's destroyed, but like I said, he's more than likely going to tune and make Power Tool Dragon. Now Power Tool Dragon, once that is on the field, hold on. Right, so this is part of his stupidity that I was talking about actually. Sometimes he feels the need that he has to destroy things, and as you saw there, he chose to destroy his monster, which, well, he took out 4 of his own cards. Just amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh, and now I've won. Brilliant. So yeah, anyway, next round, but back to his Power Tool Dragon. Every turn he can choose 3 equip spell cards from his deck, and you pick a random one which goes to his hand. More often than not, you're gonna pick Power Tool CD or whatever it's called basically. And once he equips it to a monster, if it's your turn, you can only attack the monster equipped with that tool, and if you do battle him, then the monster is destroyed at the end of the phase. So that's quite terrible. You'd want to use a spell effect against a monster equipped with that. And also when it's his turn, the Power Tool C&D increases his attack by 1000, and any field effects of your monster that he attacks gets destroyed. So things like Reflect Bounder, Spirit Reaper, that lot would be totally negated and destroyed. Things like Sangan though, however, or Mystic Tomato, things that require it to go to the graveyard, that would still happen because that's not classed as a field effect. So, Power Tool Dragon, yeah, try and get rid of it as soon as possible. Other monsters, he does have a few other weird ones, like some Morphtronic Cell Phone, I think it's called, where basically he rolls a dice, and say if he rolls a 6 for example, then he takes the top 6 cards of his deck and chooses a level 4 or lower Morphtronic monster and special summons it to his side of the field. Well, here we go actually. So yeah, number 4, so he can choose that if he wants. He can't choose that. Another Morphtronic Cell Phone, which he can use the effect again if he likes. And Sangan, what's he going to use? Sangan, fair enough. Other than that, I don't think he's got too many other monsters. He's got one called Borden, which lets all Morphtronic monsters attack you directly, which is horrible, but it's quite weak. You might want to get rid of that as soon as possible. And he's got another one called Morphtronic Video or something like that, or Vivianne. Oh, here we go, Power Tool Dragon. So you'll see what I mean. I bet you anything that he gets double tool C&D. Sorry, that's what it's called, not Power Tool, double tool. I do apologise. So let's see what I pick. Oh, surprise! Double 2 C and D. So, yep. There we go, beautiful. I'm taking a hell of a lot of damage. Let's see if he destroys himself again. Oh no, he can't. Anyway, on that front of destroying himself, what I forgot to mention is Power Tool Dragon, even though it can take double tool C and D, it's not actually classed as a Morphtronic monster, so things like Radiant or Slingan are on the field, you can't use Power Tool Dragon to benefit the effects. Okay, so let's go on to other monsters. Yeah, sorry, the last one, Vivianne, where it requires an equip card to gain attack. It's not amazing, to be honest with you. So let's go on to his spell and traps. Spells, as you can tell, he relies heavily on equip cards. Double tool C and D, United We Stand, Mage Power, that sort of business. So you would want a lot of spell and trap removal if you're planning to just plough through him with a beatdown or whatnot. Speaking of traps, he's only actually got 5. He's got Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute and the usual 3 Solemn Judgments. If he's still setting things on the field, I would still summon and, you know, try and whack him, because at the end of the day sometimes they just put the silliest things down like Heavy Storm and whatnot. So yeah, don't worry too much about traps. His monsters, because all of them are effects, you would want something like Skill Drain in your deck actually. That would basically kill his entire strategy. You'd still be able to get Power Tool Dragon out because of tuning, but you know, everything else would just go down in attack. Ridiculous. So yes, I would heavily suggest Skill Drain against this person. Stalling isn't that bad. In terms of Magic Trap Destruction, we've already gone through Slingan. He's got Mystical Space Typhoon, Heavy Storm, and he's also got Giant Trunade to bounce cards back to the hand. But other than that, he doesn't have much, so you know, your Staller might be alright against him. As you can tell, I'm semi-running a Staller, but I'm not getting that much defense really. But yeah, anyway, other than that, you would want to use a swarming deck against him, or like I say, a heavy beatdown. That'd be quite nice. Destroy his monsters before he can do anything. And you might want to whack a few things. Obviously, the usual Mirror Force, maybe a Bottomless Trap Hole, only for the Power Tool Dragon though. Like I say, a lot of his monsters are below 1500 attack, so I wouldn't worry too much about Bottomless Trap Hole. So, other than that, you could even try a remove from play deck against him. Some of his cards rely on monsters being in the graveyard, but like I say, not too many. Feel free to try it though if you fancy. So, to summarise, yes, he can be lucky, but he can be stupid. Try and get rid of his magic and traps. If you're using a beatdown, yes, use Skill Drain. And Stallers are okay, but don't rely heavily on just having one card in the back in case he uses Slingan. Other than that, hopefully I'll win the rest of this duel. Any comments, as usual, you know, make any notes below, questions, anything like that, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.